Hello everybody and welcome to my review of One Piece chapter 1053. This chapter was goddamn fantastic. Now let's talk about why this chapter was so fucking good. So this chapter is titled The New Emperors and it starts at Marijois. It's very similar to the last chapter where the Gorosei is just freaking the fuck out. They're extremely worried and pissed because somebody forgot to remove the D from Luffy's bounty poster. They're also very pissed because Luffy is in gear 5th, so they're doing everything they can to stop it from getting out, but unfortunately Big News Morgans is on the case. And by unfortunately, I mean fortunately, because I love Big News Morgans. He's such a fucking great character. And basically his role in this chapter is just putting out the bounty posters and making sure that Juicy's story gets out. All in all, it's just very lovely to see him again. There's also the reactions of people from all around the world to the bounty posters. The people seem to be quite surprised. And that's when we get to see the bounty posters for Law, Luffy, and Kid. All three of them are at 3 billion berries apiece. Now I was considering making a video on what I thought the bounties would be, and I'm really happy that I didn't, because I was gonna put Luffy somewhere around 6 billion. That's even above Goldie Roger. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but I did think he was gonna get at least 5 billion berries, so this definitely caught me off guard. But with that being said, it does make a lot of sense for Luffy to be at 3 billion berries. And of course, this is because the Gorosei wants to make it seem like Luffy isn't nearly as much of a threat as he really is. And just from a visual standpoint, his bounty poster looks fucking awesome. Then Scratchman of Pooh starts talking about how Kid ran off on his own and refers to him as an oaf. They don't really know why he did this. They're just kind of assuming that he wants to go to the festival and celebrate. But we'll figure out why he ran off later in the chapter. Now on to the festival itself. There appears to be a lot of tasty food, and they triple checked it for poison and really went all out with this meal. And visually, the food looks more cute than it does delicious. It looks like they cut little pieces of the food into stars, or maybe it's some type of star food that they served. But the point is, it looks like there's plenty of good and nutritious food. But unfortunately, poor Jinbei doesn't have anyone to enjoy it with. Everybody else couldn't wait to eat, so they're out partying while Jinbei's just enjoying his meal in solitude. But it's not really sad per se. Jinbei seems to be at peace and he's really enjoying his meal by himself, and that's okay. The festival looks fun as shit. They got shooting games, chocolate bananas, and even goldfish scooping. This is when we see this very fun panel with Luffy, Yamato, and Chopper, and they're all just going to town on their food and just having a great time. It's just a very joyous panel and it made me very happy to see. It brought me quite a bit of joy. But I found it pretty strange that Yamato's eating grilled squid and candy apples at the same time. That seems like a fucking disgusting combination of foods, but she seems to be enjoying herself. And of course, it wouldn't be a festival without Brook performing. But this time, it looks like he's performing with Princess Hiyori. The festival is truly a fucking major rager. After that, we cut away to the castle basement and we finally see Nico Robin. It's great to see that she's doing okay because she didn't appear at all in the last chapter. I had a feeling that Greenbow was going there specifically to capture or kill her, but thankfully I was wrong. Anyways, Tengu Yama walks in and they start chatting. He notices that she's looking at his Kokeshi dolls and inquires to see if she thinks they're cute, but Robin cold-bloodedly tells him no. I got a little chuckle out of that. Anyways, we find out that he had been imprisoned there for a number of years. I'm guessing that making those dolls is how he kept his mind occupied while he was trapped down there. So Robin asks who he is and he removes his mask only to reveal that he is Kozuki Sukiyaki, the father of Kozuki Oden. This shit really caught me off guard, and it's very fitting too because he was pretty much the first person we got introduced to when Wano started. And the reason why he kept his identity a secret is because he blames himself for allowing Orochi to come to power. He was barely able to escape, and by the time he did, Oden was already dead and Wano was just a wasteland. He even goes on to say that he considered ending his life. It's some really dark shit. Then out of nowhere, Robin says that the ancient weapon Pluton should be somewhere in this country. This is really a fucking blast from the past because that means that Robin knew about this all the way back in Alabasta. I can't believe that she's known this all this time and has just never mentioned anything about it anywhere. There's probably so much more shit that Robin knows, but she just doesn't bring it up because there's no reason to talk about it. Then Kozuki Sukiyaki goes on to confirm that the ancient weapon is indeed in Wano. What the fuck could this ancient weapon be? I'm so curious. The only thing that I was able to think of was the volcano, but I don't really understand how that could be an ancient weapon. I mean, the volcano would be powerful as fuck, but I don't see how you can control something like that. I guess it's possible that it could be located somewhere inside of the volcano, but ultimately I don't really have any idea. I'm just kind of spitballing here. But fuck man, this is exciting. We're probably going to see an ancient weapon soon. So we cut over to the prisoner mine in Udon, and it looks like something out of a fucking horror movie. It's a bunch of members from the Beast Pirates, and I thought that they were being hung on spikes or some shit, but it turns out that they're vines. And those vines are controlled by none other than Green Bull himself. Two of the people we see are King and Queen, and they look fucking depleted. It appears that he's using those vines to suck out all of their nutrients and blood, and it looks really fucking creepy. Also, it's crazy to think that one admiral is able to defeat two of the commanders with fucking ease. Like, Green Bull looks unharmed, like they did nothing to him. And to add on to the disrespect, he starts using those vines to drink all of their beer. Well, I'm not sure if it was beer, he says booze, but you know what I mean. Then we actually get to see what Green Bull himself looks like, and he looks fucking sick. He looks like a goddamn movie star. Apparently he goes by Aramaki, which is a pretty cool name. He genuinely looks fucking menacing, and he orders a warship to be brought over. I really wasn't expecting Aramaki to be this powerful. It's pretty fucking crazy and a great entrance. And I saw a few people talking about how Aramaki, aka Green Bull, could have been a good person who just wanted to talk to the Straw Hats for information or some shit, but it's anything but that. He's a fucking Akainu simp, and I find that hilarious. He talks about how he hopes Akainu will be all like, attaboy, if he brings him Luffy's head. And to be fair, I do think that Akainu would do that if he actually succeeded in doing so. But yeah, so far it seems like this dude is closer to absolute justice like Akainu than he is like lazy justice with Aokiji. But overall, it's a fantastic entrance, and I can't wait to see more of what this dude's gonna do. Now, back to the festival. Luffy's dancing and having a great time while standing on top of something, and he gives props to the Ninja Pirate Mink Samurai Alliance. It was very nostalgic to see Luffy bring this up again because I hadn't heard that term in a very long time. And we go on to find out that nobody really recognizes that Luffy's pretty much the one responsible for liberating the people of Wano, because Luffy told Momonosuke not to let the other people know that he was the one who did it. And his reasoning behind this is because he doesn't want to be known as a hero, which is just a very Luffy thing. It made me think back to Fishman Island when he said the same thing to Jinbei. This whole philosophy about not wanting to be a hero is very interesting to me, but it makes sense that he doesn't give a shit about being a hero because he just wants to be the freest man at the end of the day. Then Kid comes out of nowhere and tries to attack Luffy. It's pretty fucking wild that Kid is already ready to take down another emperor, but I don't think that Luffy even recognizes that Kid was trying to attack him because he just wraps his arm around him and they start dancing together. Luffy is just too happy and Kid is just pissed. Anyways, Kid shows Luffy the picture of the new emperors, and Luffy's eyes pop out like how he was when he was in Gear 5th against Kaido. And that's when we find out that Buggy the fucking clown is an emperor of the sea. Fuck yes, this makes me so happy. I was really hoping that Buggy would eventually become an emperor of the sea, and now my dreams are fucking fulfilled. And what I absolutely love about this is that it means that Buggy's probably going to play a very big role in the final saga of One Piece. I'm just a huge fan of Buggy, and I'm very fucking proud of him, and I can't wait to see where this goes. It also makes me think that all of the other warlords were captured except Buggy, because I can't think of any other reason why they would make Buggy a Yonko. Like, just imagine if Mihawk, Boa, and all of them have been captured, but Buggy is the one who survived. Anyways, the chapter ends with Green Bull menacingly walking towards the flower capital, and there's like flowers blooming all around him, and it's kind of beautiful but also scary at the same time. I cannot fucking wait to see what will happen next. However, this marks the beginning of the 1 month break, so it's going to be a while before we see what will happen. But overall, this is one of the best One Piece chapters I've read in a very long time. It was just enjoyable from start to finish. It wasn't too slow, but it also didn't feel rushed, and it was just a very enjoyable chapter. Anyways, I think I'll end the video there.